Hello friends, this is the Professor Rajkumar Landge from NB Navle, Sinhagad College of Engineering. I have working in electrical engineering department. I have completed 10-year experience in that teaching field. I also completed my MTech in electrical power system. Hello friends, today we have to start new chapter, that is design of three-phase induction motor. So in that video lecture, first we have to study the output equation of three-phase induction motor. So before starting that chapter, I have to told that some point. So whatever we have to study in the last chapter, that is the design of DC machine. So whatever the points in that chapter, there will be some points will be in that chapter also, like that specific magnetic loading, specific electric loading, length of air gap, MF per phase, and that is the main dimension of motor, that is the capital D and capital L, like that. Another point is that whatever the limitation values in that DC machine, there will be the some values in that also design of induction motor. So whatever the theory parts in that chapter, so I have to give to notes. We have to read that notes and study the theory parts. So whatever the derivation and problem, we have to be study in that video lectures. So let's start. That is the first point is the output equation of three-phase induction motor. So we also study the output equation of DC machines. So in that DC machine, we have to derive the same procedure we have to be follow that. We have to get the output equation of three-phase induction motor. So let's start. So let first EPH. So EPH is nothing but induced EMF per phase in volts. IPH, current per phase. TPH, number of turn per phase. Phi, flux per pole in the air gap. P, number of poles. KW, winding factor. B, average, that is nothing but average value of flux density in air gap. AC, nothing but ampere conductor per meter of armature periphery. Capital D is nothing but armature diameter or stator diameter. Capital L is equal to stator core length in meter ns. So that ns is the small n s, that is the ns, and it will be synchronous speed in rps. So just you have to note that synchronous speed in rps. Then full load efficiency, after that cos phi, that is nothing but full load power factor, and tau nothing but pole pitch, and that value is pi d divided by p. So first you should be know that the kVA rating of 3-phase induction motor is given by, that is nothing but kVA is equal to 3 into EPH into IPH into 10 raised to 3, where VPH is equal to EPH is equal to 4.44 F phi TPH kW. So EPH nothing but the induced EMF per phase. So it is also should be called that VPH, and that value is the 4.44 F phi TPH kW. So here we have to be note that, or keep in mind, kW is the winding factor, it is not a kilowatt. So kW is the winding factor. So that value we have to put in the above equation, then it should be come like that. So kVA is equal to 3 into, in bracket put the value of EPH, and that value is nothing but 4.44 F phi TPH into kW, bracket close, into IPH into 10 raised to minus 3. So call that equation number 1. Now we have to define the two important quantities. Okay, so we are already told that, and that two important quantities like that, specific magnetic loading and specific electric loading. Okay, so we have to also considering the same value when you derive the output equation of DC machines. So we also consider that value here also. So specific magnetic loading B average is equal to P phi divided by pi dl. B average is equal to P phi divided by pi dl. Call this equation number 2. Then specific electric loading AC is equal to number of phases into 2 into turn per phase into IPH divided by pi d. So this is the specific electric loading, and call this equation number 3. So we know that the frequency is equal to PNS divided by 2. So we should know that the speed we have to taken in RPS. So but in the problem it should be given sometimes, or it may be given in the RPM. So we have to be convert that into RPS. So we have to be converting that speed, and it will be come like that: F is equal to PNS divided by 2. So from the equation number 2, so what is that equation number 2? That is the specific magnetic loading. So equation number 2 is the specific magnetic loading, and from that equation we have to take phi values. So phi is equal to B average into pi dl divided by P. Okay, so it is called that equation number 4. And from the equation number 3, and that equation number 3 is the specific electric loading AC. So from that equation you have to take TPH IPH is equal to AC into pi d divided by 3 into 2. I repeat, from that specific electric loading we have to take TPH IPH is equal to AC into pi d divided by 3 into 2. So call this equation number 5. Okay, so above two values of equation number 4 and equation number 5, so that value should be put in the equation number 1. So our equation number 1 is nothing but kVA is equal to 3 into 4.44 F phi TPH kW bracket close into IPH into 10 raised to minus 3. Now put the value, we already derived that is the equation number 4 and equation number 5. So first put the frequency values. Okay, so what is the frequency value? F is equal to PNS divided by 2. So put that value in that equation, then equation becomes kVA is equal to 3 into in bracket 4.44, put the value of frequency, that is the PNS divided by 2. Again put the value of phi. So what is that phi value? That is nothing but B average into pi dl divided by P. Again put the value of TPH IPH, and that TPH IPH value is AC into pi d divided by 3 into 2 into kW bracket close into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, so solve that equation or simplify that equation. So we have to get the value of kVA is equal to 1.11 into NS into B average pi dl into AC into pi d into kW into 10 raised to minus 3. So simplify the above equation. So in that equation the PP is the PP, that is the number of pole, it will be cancelled, and simplify that, so we have to get that values. So again there will be the two values of D, two values of pi, so multiply that, it will be the squaring. So kVA in bracket 1.11, so two value of the pi, that means it will be pi square B average AC into kW into 10 raised to minus 3. Again here will be the two values of D, so make it that is the D square LNS. So that is the our output equation of three-phase induction motors. So whatever the value of 1.11 pi square B average AC kW into 10 raised to minus 3, that value is nothing but the C0, and we already know that what is that C0. So that is nothing but the output coefficients. So it is similar to that of the previous design of DC machines. Okay, so instead of we have to taking that value, we have to put that C0, then our equation becomes like that: kVA is equal to C0 D square L NS. So again you have to repeat that C0 is nothing but the output coefficient, and that value is the C0 is equal to, in bracket, 1.11 pi square B average AC into kW into 10 raised to minus 3. So again if you want to simplify that, it should be come like that: D square L is equal to kVA divided by C0 NS. Okay, so this will be the similar or little bit similar, or just know the idea about that how it will be the comes, so we can easily understood that output equations. So I hopes that we have to be understood the equation of output equation of three-phase induction motor. If you not understood, please ask me. Okay, so thank you very much.